Hello and welcome to another weekly quick quiz battle. Tom's sporting some, well, it says average sports quiz thing, not above average, so.
It does say there.
You're missing the above bit.
Yeah.
So it just says we're average.
I'm up.
That's fine. So we are going to do...
The above is above.
Yeah, well, no one can see it.
There's average and there's us above.
It's so far above average, nobody can see it. We're going to do the Guardian weekly quiz. So this is last week's quiz from Friday 28th of January. Yeah, so last Friday before, whatever. 10 questions as normal. Write down your answers and we will go through them at the end. Are you ready?
Yes, indeed.
Question number 1. Ash Barty has become the first... actually, no, we did this one. This is the one we did last time.
Brilliant.
I'm going to go back to the week before. This is from 21st of January. Question number 1. Tottenham came from behind to beat Leicester thanks to goals from Steven Bergwijn in the 95th and 97th minute, extending Antonio Conte's unbeaten start with the club to 9 league games. Which manager holds the record for the longest unbeaten start in the Premier League? Thomas Tuchel at Chelsea, Frank Clark at Nottingham Forest, Maurizio Sarri at Chelsea, or Bruce Rioch at Arsenal?
Right. Can we have the questions where we've had them before? I might remember some of the answers.
Well, you don't want last week's questions because you may remember Tom did quite well.
As per.
Question number 2. With Novak Djokovic and Roger Federer absent from the Australian Open, Rafa Nadal had a great chance to break the record they share for most Grand Slam singles titles. They have all won the same number of slams, but how many? 15, 20, 25, or 30?
Yeah, boy.
Question number 3. Players have been unimpressed by the behaviour of some fans at the Australian Open. Andy Murray said it was incredibly irritating. Danny Medvedev said some in the crowd had a low IQ, and Nick Kyrgios likened the stadium to a zoo. What were they referring to? Fans shouting Novak Djokovic's name between points. Some fans falling asleep and snoring during the later matches. Fans eating popcorn too loudly while the players are preparing to serve. Or fans continually chanting the Sue celebration made famous by Cristiano Ronaldo.
I was going to say about the previous question, it's nice to actually know the answer to one for the first time. And then you come out with a question like that and I'm back to square one.
Question number 4. Duncan Ferguson replaced Rafa Benitez at Everton until the club could find a permanent manager. But which Premier League record does Duncan Ferguson still hold from his playing days? He scored the most headed goals in Premier League history. No player has been sent off more than Ferguson in the Premier League. He's the only player to have scored 4 headed goals in a Premier League match. He's the only Everton player to have won the Premier League Golden Boot.
Okay.
Question number 5. Having qualified for the Africa Cup of Nations for the first time in their history, Comoros have now made it through the group to the knockout phase of the tournament. Which of these statements about Comoros is false? It is a former French colony. Since declaring independence in 1975, it has experienced more than 20 attempted coups. The name Comoros is derived from the Spanish for what river, as the initial settlers assumed the various islands that make up Comoros were one island divided by a winding river. It is the world's second biggest vanilla producer, even though it is only the 178th biggest in terms of area and 165th in terms of population. Short and sharp.
There was a lot going on there, wasn't there?
Yeah, that's just an A, B, or C answer, isn't it? A, B, C, or D answer.
I'm going to go for that one. Question number 6. England lost the Ashes 4-0, but who was England's captain the last time they lost an Ashes series 5-0? Andrew Flintoff, Alistair Cook, Nasser Hussain, or Joe Root?
Okay.
Question number 7. How did Montel Douglas make history this week? She set a new 100-meter world record and became the first British woman to hold the 100 meters record. She became the first woman to be picked to represent Great Britain at the Summer and Winter Olympics. She became the first former Olympic sprinter to win a match at the Australian Open. She became the first British athlete to be given a place in an Olympic squad while being top of the UK singles chart.
A, B, C, or D?
Question number 8. Stephen Corker and Wilfried Zaha lined up against each other in the Sierra Leone versus Ivory Coast match at the Africa Cup of Nations this week. What do the two players have in common? They were best friends at primary school. They were the last two players Alex Ferguson signed for Manchester United. They made their international debuts in the same game, playing for England against Sweden a decade ago. They were born on the same day in the same hospital.
What were their names, sorry?
Stephen Corker and Wilfried Zaha.
Oh, God.
Question number 9. Why has the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coach Bruce Arians been fined $50,000 by the NFL? He made a moon gesture to the crowd at the NFL's phrase after his team scored a touchdown. He slapped one of his own players on his helmet and then pushed him with his elbow. He's been accused of selling NFL match balls on eBay. He was spotted gulping down a can of Coke rather than the NFL's official drink, Gatorade, during a game.
Yeah, go on.
No idea. Final question. Why did Bordeaux ditch their shirt sponsors this week? The company sponsored their local rivals and Bordeaux did not want to be anything like them. The company was making jokes about the team on Twitter. The shirts were sponsored by the French equivalent of Poundland and the players said they were not high-end enough. The players said they were distracted by the logo on the shirts and could no longer wear them. I say last question, there's an 11th.
Oh, hang on. I've gone for like the same option, like of A, B, C, or D, for like most of the questions. That can't be right, can it?
Final question, number 11. Fulham have played 3 league games so far in 2022. How many goals have they scored in those games? None, 15, 19, or 28?
None, 15, what?
19 or 28? Are your answers?
Yeah.
Okay. Question number 1. Tottenham came from behind to beat Leicester thanks to goals from Steven Bergwijn in the 95th and 97th minute. So that's Antonio Conte's ninth match unbeaten. But which manager holds the record for the longest unbeaten start in the Premier League? Tom, what do you go for?
Gone with C, which I think was Sarri.
Well,
Frank Clark.
I went for Thomas Tuchel. The correct answer is Maurizio Sarri at Chelsea. He went 12,
Oh, here we go.
12 games unbeaten at Chelsea.
The train is up and running.
Unbelievable.
Question number 2. How many Grand Slam single titles have Rafa Nadal, Novak Djokovic and Roger Federer all won at the time of this quiz? Will?
Yeah, thanks for coming to me, G, because this is one that I actually knew the answer to. The answer is 20.
I also said 20.
Also said 20.
All correct. Of course, Nadal is now on his 21st. Question 3. Players were unimpressed by the behaviour of some fans. What were they referring to? I had no idea. I couldn't remember. I said they was eating popcorn.
I wrote popcorn as well.
Tom?
I said A.
Sancho,
Djokovic.
Incorrect. All of us. The correct answer were fans continually chanting the "Shoo" celebration made famous by Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh, absolute idiots.
Question number 4. Duncan Ferguson replaced Rafa Benitez at Everton temporarily. Which Premier League record does he hold from his playing days? Tom?
I'm just hoping I've written the same answer as Tom, because I'm sure he'll know this.
Don't think I know it. I've gone for B, which I think was sending off.
What do you go for, Will?
I've put 4 headers in one game.
That was C. I went for B. No, most endings off. The correct answer is B. He shares the record for the most Premier League red cards with Patrick Vieira and Richard Dunn with 8 each.
Yeah, boy.
Vinnie Jones, Lee Catmull, Roy Keane and Alan Smith all got sent off 7 times.
Which Alan Smith?
Presumably the Dirty Leeds Alan Smith.
Dirty Detroit Leeds Alan Smith.
Question number 5. Comoros qualified for the African Cup of Nations for the first time, but which of the statements about them was false? Will, which should you go for?
Just C. C. Whatever C was.
I went for C as well. Tom, what did you go for?
I've gone for B.
So we went for the name Comoros is derived from the Spanish for what river? Tom went for since declaring independence, they've experienced more than 20 coups. The correct answer is C.
Come on.
The name does not come from. Question number 6. England lost the Ashes 4-0. Who was the England captain last time they lost an Ashes series 5-0? I can't remember. I put Flintoff.
Flintoff.
I put Flintoff.
Phew. It's incorrect. It's Alistair Cook.
Did he? So they've done it again after Flintoff?
So they lost their last 3 away series 5-0, 4-0 and 4-0.
You sort themselves out. Get a better captain.
Question 7. How did Montel Douglas make history this week? Tom.
Gone for B.
First woman to be picked to represent Great Britain at the Summer and Winter Olympics.
I have also gone B.
I thought I'd have a bit of fun and say she was number 1 in the charts. I don't listen to the charts these days, so I don't know what correct answer is indeed B. She competed in the 100 metres at the Beijing Olympics in 2008, and she's named in the bobsleigh squad for Beijing 2022.
Thing is about the charts, it's just noise, isn't it?
Question number 8. Stephen Corker and Wilfried Zaha played against each other in the African Cup of Nations, but what do they have in common? Whose go is it? Will.
I liked a few of these answers. I've selected best friends at primary school.
I went for C, that they both made the international debuts for England in the same game. Don't know why. Tom?
I've gone for D. I don't know what that is.
They were born on the same day in the same hospital.
Yeah.
The correct answer is they made the international debuts in the same game, playing for England against Sweden a decade ago.
Unbelievable.
But neither played a competitive game for England, so were free to declare to play for another country. Question number 9. Why has Tampa Bay Buccaneers coach Bruce Arians been fined $50,000 by the NFL? Tom?
So this one is B.
He slapped one of his own players on his helmet and then pushed him with his elbow.
Yeah.
Will, what did you go for?
Not that. I put drinking Coke.
And I did. The correct answer is B.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's been quite a big thing about concussions. So smacking your players on the head is probably not the best thing to do.
He said he was trying to move his player away from an opponent, so he did not give away a penalty.
Yeah, just don't concuss him.
Question number 10. Why did Bordeaux ditch their shirt sponsors this week? Will, what did you go for?
C, which was something to do with Poundland.
I went for B. They made jokes about him on Twitter. Tom?
I went with B.
The correct answer is B. After the deal was terminated, the company posts on Twitter, "We've been looking for a good defence for an hour, but like Bordeaux, we can't find it." Gosh. Final question. What are the scores? Tom, what are you on?
I'm on 6.
Will?
3.
I'm on 5. Question number 11. Fulham have played 3 league games so far in 2022, but how many goals have they scored in those games? Will, what did you go for?
I was trying to work this out because I know that they won 2 games where they scored 6. And I couldn't remember what it was because Bristol City was one of the teams they scored 6 against. So I've gone 15, but it could be 19.
Tom, what did you go for?
Yeah, I went 15 as well.
I went 15 as well. Correct answer is 19.
It's a shame. But ultimately,
so they went
the
6, 6 and 7. They must have gone 6, 6
7.
and 7. Unbelievable.
They've scored more goals in the last 3 games than Barnsley have scored in their 24 games this season. So that means, Tom, you are a winner again.
Once again, my massive health kick for 2022 is working. Drinking red wine. is
Vinegar,
working.
red wine vinegar.
Yeah, it's all good, baby.
Well done. I say through gritted teeth.
I'm starting to resent. I'm starting to resent the quick quizzes.
Well,
I love them.
we'll start doing some older ones again, because then I don't think any of us have really got a chance.
Yeah.
So, oh well. Well done, Tom. We'll have another go next week. So, thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe. There's some stuff down there and down there. Yeah, Fridge Sports Quiz. We'll be back with another quick quiz at the same time next week. Cheerio.
Bye.
Bye.